gonna call to order the Town of Manlius zoning board of appeals meeting for June 1st, 2023. Meeting will come to order at 6:30 p.m. Please, everybody in the audience, cell phones. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to do the pledge of allegiance. So never please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, agenda item number 3. So we've not received the minutes for the meeting on May 18th, so we're gonna table that. Do I need a motion to table that? Yeah, I do.
No.
Okay.
It's okay.
So we're just gonna table those. So we'll put those to our meeting on June 15th. All right, agenda item number 4, Andrew Cummings of 7 Edgewood Parkway, Fayetteville, New York, tax map number 096.10-18.0 will need 2 variances for the construction of a 16 by 16 shed. Hello, sir. If you could come up, what we're gonna do. I know you've been here before.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do first is, can I get a member of the board to make a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Oh, wait, first off, we have to waive the public hearing. Can you,
Make a motion to waive the public hearing.
all right,
Notice.
Reading.
notice of public hearing, yes, so,
Mhm.
or,
Sorry.
sorry,
Here we go.
can I get a second? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. All right, now can we get a motion to open the public hearing for agenda item number 4?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
All right. Claire, do you want a second?
I second that motion.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. All right. Hello again, Mr. Cummings. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
All right, so if you could just explain to us what it is you're looking to do. And then as we've done before, we'll ask questions. We'll get any more questions from the audience.
Okay, yes, we propose to put up a 16 by 16 shed, 8-foot walls, pitch of 4 feet on the roof, so a total height of 12 feet. In the back left corner, as I'm staring at my survey map on the street.
Can you pull it up on the screen, Tom?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The proposed distance from the left survey line is approximately a foot, approximately no less than a foot, not a little more, and approximately 15 feet off of the back of the property line. I'll stop there, but I think I know what the first question might be, but I'll stop there. That is the proposal.
Okay. So just to clarify, so he needs a variance, a side yard setback of 1 foot. So you'll need a variance of 19 feet to provide relief from the required 20-foot side yard setback. And then he needs a variance that is
25 feet.
25 feet, yep. So he's got a 40-foot rear yard setback. He has 15, needs variance of 25. So we've got a rear and a side that we're looking at here. All right. So Claire.
Yes.
Question.
No, not for the applicant, I'm discussing.
Okay. All right. I've got a question.
Sure.
So I know in the past you had come before us that you were looking to do the addition.
Correct. It's a garage, an attached garage.
Correct. Yep, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Yep,
Yeah. Is that something that you guys are still looking at?
we are not. I can give you some reasons, but
I think we discussed those reasons previously, so, okay. I just wanted to clarify that up front, because I know that
that's
one of my questions would be is building that 16 by 16 is where's your clearance to get back to it? So
I'm sorry, Tim.
your clearance to get back to it from where you're at. If you would put in that, if you were gonna still continue to put that garage on, so.
Where's the clearance?
No, I'm just talking, what I was trying to say is, if you had gone, if you were to go forward and put that garage onto that property, it would make it difficult for you to get back to
Absolutely,
that.
you are 100% correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah, that's just what I was trying to clarify. Sorry if I was unclear.
No, I understand now. Yeah, you're
Okay.
absolutely right. Which was one of the reasons why.
But
And
saying that it was granted, he could put that on anytime he wants to. Because it goes with the land.
Well, this, I mean, if it's a condition of this, you
No.
can,
we can,
you can make it a condition
we
of
could make it a
this.
condition of the approval of this variance to remove that variance.
Oh, is that right?
Correct. Yeah,
Oh,
I've consulted with the town attorney and sorry.
oh my goodness, I've never done this before. Let's do that.
And then we would not be opposed to that
Okay.
condition.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, sorry.
my question is,
Did you
do
hear that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So-
heard it.
so-
you want me to repeat that?
Yes.
So, one of the things that we can do, because obviously it come before us, that was about 2.5 years ago roughly, right? So they were gonna put a garage on that left side of the house there.
Right
Which came right up against that property line. And they aren't, like you just said, they're not gonna move forward with that, so we can actually make the approval of the variances in the back. A condition of that, we can disapprove that variance.
Yeah.
That we previously issued to them. Now, just if you could clarify, so where you're putting that. Is there any reason why you can't go left and or forward a little to make up for those variances? And I know you have the power lines go through the back of that property, right?
Yeah, my answer is that spot is the most conducive, so with the topography and the floral trees of the property. If I moved it forward, I'd be under the power lines, I'd have to move it, I can't just move it forward, I'd have to move it forward to the left because of the terrain. And it would pretty much
It's
like
like the-
smack dab.
Flattest spot back there.
Yeah, it would pretty much, and I have photos on it, I didn't know if any of that would help anybody. It-
Right. Carrie,
Yes,
questions?
this is pretty close to that. No.
Yeah, and you see where those dotted
Yeah.
lines are, is he's got those power lines that go smack through the middle of his property.
Yeah.
When I was there, did I misunderstand you? When I asked you about, you had mentioned putting that garage next to the house. And I just heard you say that you're not considering doing that.
We are not doing it. The shed is, would be our garage now. We're not gonna park cars in it, but we'll be able to use it for obviously storing things now.
Okay. One of the things that I didn't have a tape measure with me, but in between the back and the left, where you want to put the shed, you would not have to cut any of those trees, correct?
Correct.
I think it would barely fit in there, but you have to level off that ground.
Yep, you're absolutely correct, Warren. We didn't want to cut down any of those trees that you saw, but we definitely would have to
Okay. And
flatten out if not build up.
And I believe you told me that you did not want to put the shed to the right of that, even though there was space because of the paths that you used.
That, and then there's a huge divot, or it's not a divot, it's a big
Depression.
depression.
Yeah.
And the topography lends itself to that back corner.
What paths are you talking about?
The right behind our house, Warren, if I misspeak, help me out, there's a path that go to IC, which is woods. I don't know if you guys like to look at photos, I took photos, it's all woods behind our house.
It gets back to the soccer fields over, I see,
Mhm.
kind of like up above them a little bit. but-
Yeah, more toward the rectory.
Yeah. And now are you doing crush or concrete bed?
Crush,
So you'll have to level that off to put that on.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you also told me that the existing shed that's right next to the house, that will be taken down and gotten rid of as soon as the other one is back. is
Absolutely.
Installed.
Yes, that is definitely, you put that in the
Conditions.
That was actually something they were looking to replace when we talked before, so. Yeah.
Are you gonna tear that down after you build?
Correct. Yeah, too much. Yes,
It's 16 by 16, right?
the one I'm proposing, what I have now,
The new one is 16 by 16.
correct,
Okay.
one, Lord, like I said, 80 walls.
Yeah. KP,
No, I'm good.
you're good?
I'm good. No,
I look,
he's gonna give up that thing from before, that, he could have.
I looked
No,
at
no,
this,
I was out, I talked to your wife, he showed me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't there.
Yes, but, yeah, I mean, the ground's pretty rough back there, and if you didn't clear those trees, you never see back there.
the sideline,
Right.
the sideline is, you can't really see where he wants to put this. In the warmer weather from the other properties, and where that depression is, where all the rocks to your next door neighbor, they would have a problem seeing that as well.
Yeah, I took pictures to show you.
Yeah.
You saw, so.
Well, and if you go back in the minutes of the last time he came before us, his lot is. You know, they're similar to the other lots in his neighborhood, but they're kind of narrow in the way that they're set up too, so. But based upon the topography, I think it makes sense where he's trying to put it.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
Did we get any correspondence from any neighbors? Have you talked to your neighbors?
Absolutely, my science.
Okay, no opposition, no
No.
issues.
If you want to have this built this summer, right?
I would plan on starting in the summer, I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish this time.
This is a home built or?
Home built,
You and your
my brother-in-law and I.
brother-in-law, and you're gonna, finish it in good taste, of course.
Absolutely, my wife wouldn't let me do anything but.
There you go. Yeah, of course, I may be giving the beans up here, but you understand that the only reason you need that is for her paddleboard.
Yeah, that is correct. It's all because of my wife's paddleboard, which I have to bring in the cellar every time she.
There you go. But, no, I have,
Tom, do we have anybody on there online?
Side setbacks on one date.
Thanks, Doug.
No,
Yeah, so you.
no one online.
Okay.
We hit that time of day where the sun comes right in that way.
Should I close the other one, Joe?
No, it's. All right, Claire, you got any other questions? Harry,
No. No,
Warren? KP,
yeah, I'm good.
Make a motion to close the public hearing,
okay,
Second,
all in favor,
right?
opposed? All right. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we will go through the 5 questions as we do. Amongst the board here and any other commentary that we have. All right, first question. Whether the benefits of the applicant can be achieved by some other means.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, you can put it in a different spot. Will the variance cause an undesirable change in the characteristic of the neighborhood or the nearby properties?
No,
No, I don't see any reason. Is this request substantial?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Whether the request will have adverse physical or environmental effects on the neighborhood or surrounding areas.
no,
No.
No, but, you know, if it were coupled with the currently existing variance, then it would
It
be,
would,
it would probably be inappropriate because there would be a lot on that neighbor's side in very close proximity.
Correct.
Would be, if everyone agrees with that, I think that's what was discussed.
that's fair to say, yeah.
yeah, I agree. And then, whether the need for the variance is self-created.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got a question now.
Yes,
So
sir.
if we grant this as part of this condition, that it will be on the record that the garage will not be built.
Right,
Well, the variance is going to be rescinded, so it can't be certainly built in any kind of formation that's going to,
He would have to come back before us in the future.
correct.
The board again.
Correct. Yeah, so a condition of that going forward, as he wants to do it, we would have to then. He'd have to come back before us if they decided down the road that they wanted to do the garage. Fine.
And also the tearing down of the shed.
Well, yeah, we'll put that as a condition of the.
The other thing I have a question, last time we talked about his garage a couple years ago, he wanted it exactly on the property line, and he said that his next door neighbor didn't mind that at all.
Right,
But you said, come on, you gotta have at least room for a lawnmower to go through, you know,
right.
and here you don't have a problem, 1 foot will not allow a lawnmower.
Well, true, but out there, it's pretty rough. And if we didn't clear it out, you know, if we didn't get in there and take up all the. The neighbor's not using the back, it's not like we're butting it up to a lawn. I mean, there's a lot of trees and brush and.
So the situation is, because the
It's that-
remoteness of the thing, you don't have a problem.
Right, if you recall, one of the conditions, and this was the former codes officer Randy was here. We spoke with the fire chief to confirm as far as making sure that it wasn't too close to the other house. And that it would have been, had to have been fire rated on all sides because of how close it was going to be. So. Yeah, I think it's quite a bit different, like he was saying that when you're in that shed's gonna be in the far back corner. That 1 foot there is different than 1 foot off the property line for the home.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
And now there's a
But yeah,
fence
good
there.
question.
Was the fence there years ago?
Not when
Fence
you
is
wanted to
new.
build a garage. It's there now, but
Yeah.
it's not there.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't
there.
there then.
When the last time? he-
Not at that time, no.
No, the fence, where the fence is now, is about where the walls were of the garage,
Okay,
approximately.
Anything else? Any questions? All right. So agreement then that there's no significant impact on the environment, therefore I propose a type 2 action on seeker and no further reviews required. Based on that, would somebody make a motion or like to make a motion to grant or deny the variances for the applicant?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that the zoning board grant an area variance to Andrew and Gloria Cummings for the property located at 7 Edgewood Parkway. Fayetteville, New York, 13066, tax map ID 096-10-18.0. These variants be granted for the purpose of a new construction of a 16 by 16 shed with an existing side yard of 1 foot that will need a variance of 19 feet to meet the required 20 feet side yard variance. And a rear yard depth variance with an existing 15 feet that will need a variance of 25 feet to meet the required 40-foot variance with 2 conditions. One, that the current shed is torn down within 1 year of new shed being built, and the variance previously granted by the board, construction of a garage that does not meet side yard variance on blank date from the previous board ZBA meeting.
Yeah. I don't know that.
We'll
We'll
fill that in,
Yeah,
all right? Those conditions sound good?
I'll second that.
all right. All in favor?
all right.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You did great. Yeah.
Have a good evening.
Take care. Thanks, folks.
Okay.
All right.
And, yeah, Ubers.
All right. Agenda item number 5, Mr. and Mrs. Rupert, can you come forward to the podium? Can I get a motion to open the public hearing for agenda item number 5? So this is for 8218 Burbeck Drive, Manlius tax map number 114-04-09-0. And they're looking to put a 3-room sun basically on the back side of their home, 3-season. Yeah, not 3-room.
A 3-season room, you said?
Yeah. Did we get a motion from,
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
all right, did we get a second? Okay, second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Hello again. Hello. All right, if you could explain to the board what it is you're looking to do and why it is you need the variance.
Yeah, so, we built our house, the work in Burbank, when we built it, was 27 houses up there, there's 35, it's complete one building. So, when we built the house and had a deck with it, so it's 40 years ago this summer, we built it, and the deck is We took the deck down because it was getting aged. It's not the new stuff that lasts forever. Despite painting it every other year, it was getting tired. So our proposal is to put a 3-season room on essentially the same space, a little bit smaller actually. So it'll be a 12 by 17 3-season room. And it's right off the extension of our house. So the deck before was roughly 14 by 20. The 3-season room would be 12, so 2 feet shorter, and 17, 3 feet less than length. And so plans 3 seasons, we are planning on putting a couple of heat strips out there to just kind of keep it a little bit warm. But my wife's room, and she said she's not gonna use it no air, so I'm not gonna put all the heat in it. So, but we're just looking to do something, and we're retired now, and we're just looking for something that we can enjoy the central New York weather without being outside and on boats and all that stuff. That's basically it. I know at least 3 of you have been out to take a look at it, so thanks for coming out and looking at it. Where we do have, the neighbors actually offered to come multiple times to come out. Both neighbors are fine with it, the side with the variance. We have a letter, should be in your packet, I think.
We had the letter from the other neighbor on the other side too.
Yeah, you can have that, I probably.
Yeah, no, this is
probably should be.
this is the new one.
We
This
didn't
is
send that
the
in,
other neighbor.
got that later.
That we don't have, so I asked her if she could bring it so we can make a copy.
But our neighbor, who's been our neighbor for 40 years, said she had no problem with it. You got that supportive letter, and we should.
This letter is from the one if you're looking at your house to the left of you, right?
Yeah, you want that
The
one?
one,
Yes, you could. Do you need a copy or?
No, it's.
no,
So I'll just read this real quick. So the Hartnett family living at 8220 Burbeck Drive have no issue or objections to the planned renovation to the river residence at 8218 Burbeck Drive and hope that the project is approved. All right.
And there was a deck there?
yeah,
Okay.
So just to clarify, because I know you told me, so with this, it will be off of the ground, right? It's gonna be
correct. It's gonna be deck height. The
Deck height,
was
but-
about 2 foot up, so basically Yankee Builders is the builder. So they're basically gonna essentially build a new book. It's not a black foundation at all. They're just gonna essentially build a new deck and then put the room on top of that. And we'll insulate it underneath, which is between getting airflow and on the one side and having very tight on the other side. We're working with them. We want it as well insulated as we can.
Yeah. And then, as he said, it's actually smaller than the footprint of the deck that they had previously. Warren?
No questions.
No, you're gonna, put air conditioning into,
No, not at this point in time. We can do it afterwards. We can put a mini split in there. We talked to the heating contractor, but again, we're gonna try to use it as a 3-season room
Yeah,
for
we're
now.
gonna put a fan.
Yeah, we're gonna put a fan in there and see if that works. For about $8 grand, we can put in a mini split, which will give us both air and heat in the winter. We're just gonna see how it goes. We may not use it in the winter, so.
Yeah.
we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have insulated doors on the inside. And they're gonna move their slider out to the exit from that room.
lots of glass around the 3
Yeah.
sides.
Yes.
Just glass, you put screens in.
I'm
Are
sorry?
you gonna pop the glass, put screens in, or just it'll be glass?
No, we'll have screens.
Okay.
No question.
No questions?
It's 1 story,
Correct? One story.
basically it's gonna match the existing house
Yes.
in color and textures.
Correct.
So on the roof,
Yep.
so on.
Yep.
Electrical?
The electrical in there, but just for like the fan and lights, that's it. So no plumbing in there.
You said that the roof line would be different though, like the existing house is like this.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
gable.
And Gables, yeah.
Yeah, you're going out for the, you were there for
Yep.
school.
Yep.
Anybody else have any other questions?
No.
Thomas or anybody online? Anybody in the audience have any questions?
No, no one online.
Okay. All right, can we,
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
all right,
Second,
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we'll go through our 5 questions, just like you answered in the packet.
Yep.
All right, question number 1, whether the benefits of the applicant can be achieved by some other means to do what he wants to do? No.
Not really.
no,
Will the variance cause an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or the nearby properties?
No.
No. Is it substantial?
no,
I don't think so.
Jack was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether the request will have an adverse physical or environmental effect on the neighborhood or surrounding areas?
No.
No. And then whether the need for the variance is self-created? Yes. Okay. Being that, with that being said, what we'll do is, there's been agreement that there's no significant impact on the environment. Therefore, I propose the type 2 action on seeker and no further review is required. Based upon that, would someone make a motion to grant or deny an area variance? Warren?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that the zoning board grant an area variance to Bruce and Antonia Rupert of 8218 Verbeck Drive, Manlius, tax map ID 114-04-09.0. Variance granted for the purpose of construction of a 3-season room. And the variance proposed. We grant a variance of 14 feet to meet the required side variance of 30 feet.
Okay, we have a second?
Second,
Carrie, all right, all in favor? Aye, opposed? All right, congratulations.
And
Thank
I
you.
ask just for clarification.
Yes,
if
sure.
This gentleman goes to turn this into a 4 seasons room. Are we
Okay.
going to want him to come back for a variance? This is just for 3 seasons,
I
correct?
don't think it matters what it is, it's gonna be a structure no matter what
And
it is.
it'll be the same
And we-
footprint, so.
Yeah, can we take that off the 3 seasons room and then just do a structure? 'Cause I'm gonna.
Addition,
Oh,
addition.
okay, yeah, so we'll
Because
amend
if
it
he
to
does,
not
there's
say
gonna
3
be
seasons.
requirements for energy code compliance with that. And I don't want to have a 3 season and a 4 season come into play when
Yeah.
the next person is
Yeah.
reviewing.
Okay.
oh, sorry.
Okay, good call, Tom.
well, I mean,
Are you,
Maybe you want to review it if it does come into 4 seasons, because then it's my, I don't know, I want you guys to just, I want that clarified.
Well,
myself.
I think at that point though, I mean, you're still the same footprint, it's not gonna. Whether it's 3 or 4 season, I think.
It's more than just the use of it, right?
right, but the point is that. Excuse me, 3 seasons, he stated he's gonna have air under it.
Right, which is what's gonna remain.
Right, so if 4 season, he'd have to have a foundation all the way around.
He could insulate the floors and put it under with the frost protection, which I'm sure they're gonna do.
Yeah,
So
they,
he could turn it into 4 seasons with the structure he has at this point.
And we
might wanna-
So from a
insulation.
semantic purpose, then should we just say addition and not 3 season room?
I should have brought it up earlier. I just thought about it when the final motion got made. I thought of it and I was like, should I bring?
I know,
should bring it up.
it's a good point, but if we just amend the,
He would
the
just have to
motion-
come back for an amendment, right? If he
Well,
did
no,
want to
no, if
change
we-
it, or-
no, if we can amend the motion that we just approved. To be for an addition and not for a 3 season.
Because for
room.
me, 3 season and 4 season are big differences.
but that's fine at the building
Okay,
stage, if whatever he comes in and tells you, but for as purposes of the variance, we just care about the structure.
okay.
yeah, we got the size of the lot in relation to the setbacks.
I make a motion that we amend the motion to delete 3 season room and put addition.
All right,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Thank you.
Aye. Opposed? Okay,
Well, love my ladies.
I didn't know we needed to do that because we were describing what the purpose is going to be for, and we all heard that. So,
But Tom's right, here's a big difference, and it would be,
but at that point in time. He's already has the variance for the structure, the difference in the,
I don't think they.
3 going to 4 is a code.
It's use.
Right. But it's a code related issue where that doesn't need to come back before us, so.
Okay.
But if we've got it in there as an addition, then it leaves them the flexibility for them to do that in the future. And then it really just has to comply within code for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But doesn't have to come back before us.
Perfect.
So,
Great.
okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a great evening.
thank you.
All right. And then agenda item number 6, John Perry, 8286 West Myers Road. The Syracuse tax map.
Oh, wait a minute. Did we vote after we amended it?
We didn't vote.
We did.
Did we vote?
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
That's why I'm moving forward.
It's the heat.
It's all good. All right.
You wanna vote again, just to?
No, hey, but be prepared to make a motion to open the public hearing on this one. You ready? All right, so this is for John Perry, 7286 West Myers Road, East Syracuse, tax map ID of 046-02-02.0. So he needs one variance to construct a 384 square foot addition. It's addition night here. All right, can I get a motion to open the public hearing? Gary,
I make a motion.
Claire,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
How are you? You could just, similar to what they did, if you could just tell us what it is you're looking to do and why it is you need the variance.
Oh, okay, it's a two-bay garage with a office on the end of it, which when I retired, I converted it into a gym for myself. I had to do that because I'm a caretaker now of my wife, and she can see that where I am, so I'm kind of, as a very active person, I have to be at home. And we found that the gym equipment was turning up my knees, so I bought a aquatherapy pool, which is 8 by 16 to work out in. And this addition that we're proposing to do is to place the aqua therapy pool in for myself and for her. We found that it was my property, all my neighbors have like between 5 to 15 acres, and I have a small property, and my neighbor's property line is close to where my gym and my shop is. I mow my neighbor's property and keep it all clean and way back, because there's all trees and vines and thick and mosquitoes and stuff, so I keep that whole area clean, probably at least 100 feet around it, so he has no problem with me coming close to his property line. And the neighbor to the other side has no problem with it either. The addition that we're proposing will match the existing house, the existing building that's there, so that we trimmed and everything the same. And the design is done by Robert Eggleston out of Skinny Apples, who did our house when we rebuilt the home in 2010.
And so what he'll need is a rear setback of 16 feet 2 inches, so we need a variance of 23 feet 10 inches. To provide relief from the required 40-foot rear yard setback. Okay. Questions? Claire,
No questions at this time.
Perry,
Uh,
do you have any?
no, I got out there, talked to the gentleman, this addition, will match existing. And, the roof line will be somewhat of a salt box type. But, very much in the same format that he's got on the house and on the
It
garage.
should be the same.
And, oh, there we go. And, yeah, I mean, his description of what he's talking about. Fine with me, yeah, I don't have any problems.
No questions.
Guys make it easy. All right. Anybody online, Tom?
No.
Do we have any letters from the neighbors? Okay, but you said they were.
I'm sorry,
Your neighbors weren't opposed to it,
they're not opposed to it.
and your property behind you backs up to the freeway, basically.
It
So,
does, yeah.
I mean, there's a tree line out, of course, but
I put the tree line in, it's right on the property line, and then behind that, there's the mow area.
Yeah.
Like I said, to keep everything out, keep it clean, and then the rest is just swamp and trees.
To answer your
the
question,
swamp of Myers Road. Yeah,
yeah,
good part of it back there along the freeway.
somebody does own that property back there.
Yes,
There is a strip of property
That's
between
right.
there
and we
and the thruway, but,
checked on that.
We did.
Yeah.
I can't remember what.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
We-
someone does own it, but doesn't seem to interfere with anything.
And I think we determined at
Yeah,
the
it's
planning
somewhat
meeting
like
that
they
it was.
owned and it came
It's
down.
like an L shape. It's like an L, but it's also, a majority of it, I think it was like 80% of it was swamp. So they're really, it's a non-usable,
Most of it.
most of
anyway,
it
back
is.
there.
I think that other L part, there's some spot there, but no, not near his property.
But the rear of the garage would be in the same plane, so.
Yes.
yeah. So,
All right, any other questions? Can we get a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
All right,
Second,
all in favor? Aye, opposed? All right. So what we're gonna do is we'll have our little discussion here, go through our 5 questions and then go from there. So question number 1, whether the benefits sought by the applicant. You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Whether benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative, not if he's gonna build it off the garage that it currently is on.
yeah,
Whether it's an undesirable change, that would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties. No, most of his neighbors have outbuildings and pole barns and other structures, so it won't change it. And he's got, I mean, just an addition off the structure as already. Whether requested variance is substantial,
No,
would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood?
no,
No. Whether the alleged difficulty was self-created.
Yes.
yeah. He got arthritis.
He's got arthritis, you got arthritis.
I don't know if that was self-created, but hey,
That's from working out those crummy damp places and it just gets in your bones and you just get arthritis.
it's 51 years of carpentry.
Yeah.
that's explains it quite a bit. Yeah. All right, so there's agreement that there's no significant impact on the environment, therefore I propose type 2 action on secret. And no further review is required. Based upon that, can I get a motion to approve or deny the variance?
I make a motion. Right, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that the zoning board grant an area variance to John Perry, property located at 7286 West Myers Road, East Syracuse, New York, 13057, tax map ID 046-02-020. This area variance is being granted for the purpose of permitting construction of a new 384-foot new addition with an existing 16-foot 2-inch rear yard that will need a variance of 23-foot 10 inches to meet the required 40-foot yard rear yard depth variance.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Yeah.
Warren beat you to it. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, sir, and no, you can't go swimming. There.
But wait, a minute, that was part of the vote.
I gotta put a condition in there.
If he knocks on your door, come over. All right, with that being said, is there any other business on the agenda? You're all set,
You're all
sir.
set, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a terrific evening. Thank you for coming. Is there any other? The only thing I will update, just so you guys are all on the same page, is the agenda item that we had held off on last time. We're still waiting on answers from them. So at this time, that will not be on the June 15th meeting, and at this time, we only have one agenda item present. So Well, we only have one agenda item because we passed
Yes.
the notice period, so. With that being said, may we get a motion to adjourn?
Question,
Yes,
what's going on with the other one we got up in the air,
that's what I was just saying.
the state? One to the
We
state.
haven't gotten any further information yet, so it's not on the agenda.
We're waiting.
So that was the, Twin Ponds thing.
Oh, that's not coming to us. The PUD was passed by the Congress.
Yep.
So that Twin Lakes, that's not gonna come before us.
Oh, it doesn't come back here.
Nope.
What
No,
is
so
this?
far. The
Twin
town board-
Ponds, are you talking about?
The Twin Ponds thing, because the town board has passed PUD, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Right, so probably it's going to go to a PUD.
Correct.
It's not on that property yet, but it can be put on it.
Yeah, so that's currently in the hands of the town board,
Okay.
not even planning, it's with town board, right?
Did anybody, did the judge answer the question about, can they count the water?
That is not an issue any further with the PUD.
With the PUD.
Oh, okay, and a PUD is,
Basically, it's a planned development where the town board and the applicant work together to a project that makes sense for the property.
And it's specific to that property. So it's like a special use.
It'll have all setbacks and bulk regulations that the town board agrees to for that property.
and is this gonna be the whole piece or the piece we just saw?
We don't know yet.
We don't know that
But
either.
it's outside of our purview, so.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, right
Good-
now, I
good
think it's mainly considered to be just that piece we looked at.
Just the piece we looked at.
That's what I think right now, but they
That's
could
what I've.
change it.
Yeah, they own the whole piece, right?
I think
Most of it, not the back part.
different people own other parts of it.
The backside is a different. one.
Would be the, what's in it, well, we saw the south end. I think there's a north end there that,
Yeah, there's a lot of property there.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't even know how many acres.
But good,
So
good
it'll never
question.
come in front of us, or should I keep this?
They are not coming in
I would,
anytime in the near future, so I would suggest that go to the circuit.
yeah, I would say you don't need it for now, and if we need it in the future, we'll make sure we get you copies.
Mhm.
Updated,
Yeah.
whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah, because their plan that they were gonna bring before us is totally different than what they were
Correct.
initially looking at, so,
Yeah, no, that question about the water,
Mhm.
yeah.
add the water.
Right,
Blah, blah,
exactly.
blah, that was.
Yeah, the PUD makes it, the rules are a little bit different. And like she said, it's an agreement between the town board and the developer on, here's what we're gonna do, but it sets it to that particular property is the
Correct.
only way that those agreed rules can work. So they can address density. and other
Any
things that the
indication
town board
about a new town hall or anything?
Have not heard anything.
They haven't brought that in,
No,
wants. Not in this moment.
but they could.
They could.
well, they could.
Luckily, that is the planning board first.
Hmm?
So luckily, to go to the planning board first, so.
So this thing here is not on, well, we'll hang on to this.
Are you okay if we make a motion to adjourn?
Is it okay? Okay, ladies? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Motion to adjourn? Warren,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Have a good night, everyone.
That would have.